Hey folks, Tito here, keeping his ideas outside of the box. Another 2 weeks and another 2 new episodes of Nerdvana, the web series, have premiered every Monday on Story Hive. This past week, we go into the multiverse, starting with episode 6, War of Kings, where Steve and Ash get transported into a universe based on the movies, based on the books, where everybody dies. And true to form, someone does die in this episode. No spoilers as of yet, though. You guys can watch it for yourselves. It's a pretty fun episode, a very cold episode to film, but then again, all of the more for this season. And we get to delve deeper in the relationship between Steve and Ash, and get to learn a little bit more about Ash's backstory. So really fun episode. You guys should definitely check it out. Very cool tone to it, and you might see a couple of familiar faces from Universe 780 as well, even though they're not from Universe 780. And then we have this past week's episode, Countries of Chaos, episode 7, where Mike and Zach get transported into a universe based on a very, very popular MMORPG, and basically use their nerd knowledge to stay alive as they're basically interrogated by Lord Manning and his right hand, Sir Richard. Oh, and also, there's a dragon, so you'll have to check out that episode as well. Really, these 2 episodes were so fun to film. Really medieval theme, which we thought was really cool for season 1 because, first of all, we had all this armor that we wanted to use, and secondly, because it was a really great way of using the natural landscape of Fort McMurray to tell our story. So, you know, we had a lot of fun filming it, and we're going to talk a little bit about the comments behind each episode. So let me just look into here what we got for comments. All right. Episode 6 comments, and first comment coming up, Michelle Gilchrist. I hope I really got that name right. I think I got it wrong last week, and I asked whether or not I pronounced it right, but lol, Steve. The nights here are really cold and long. Glances hopefully at Ash and cold. Ash looks away. We we basically make this the de facto first date between Steve and Ash officially, and it gets a little bit awkward between the two of them. Steve basically puts his foot in his mouth. Interestingly enough, Steve did write episode 6, and he really leaned heavily on some of the pop culture that influenced him, specifically Buffy and the character of Xander, who's very just this lovable guy who tends to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. Steve, Rocker Boy Steve, which is our very own Steve, made a comment saying, "Shut up, Steve." I agree. Shut up, Steve. Cavella Pierce, her comment was, "Awesome job, bro." Well, thanks, Cavella. Awesome job to you, too. Thank you very much for enjoying it, bro. And Ryan Anderson, cheat codes FTW for the win. So yeah, an aspect of the episode was that player 1 has somehow tapped into the multiverse using Cheat Dragon on his video game console, and was able to assist our heroes as they navigate unfamiliar territories. So more of that coming up. So I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed that episode. All right, episode 5, CFAD Productions, which CFAD Productions, Clay Faden, Becky Faden, Calder, Cooper, and Coburn all helped us with the filming of Nerdvana Season 1. Haha, I just watched the whole part in Lord Manning's tent again, looking for the hay that we painstakingly spread across the floor and painstakingly cleaned up later. And it's in the scene for about 2 to 3 seconds total, and out of focus that whole time to boot. Winky face. Alas, I think it was still worth putting the hay down, as it really did its part in setting the mood for those of us on set that day. And then replied by Rock Boy Steve, which is of course Steve. And the hay helped with the sound recording in the tent. At least that's what I tell myself to get to sleep at night. So those of you that may or may not have noticed, we laid down a bunch of hay to basically sell the realism of the tent, and we rarely used any of the shots that featured the hay. But hey, get it? Hey, it was still like really cool to put it down, because it actually did help with the sound, including with the tent walls and such, and really give an ambiance to the scene. That was a really fun scene to film. We actually filmed it in a warehouse. We set up the tent and everything to look like a war tent, and just a blast to work with Jeff, Dave, Steve, Dylan, Clay, and of course Zach and Mike. in that scene. I'm trying to think if I forgot anyone. I think everyone was mentioned. If they weren't, leave it in the comments. Give me crap about it. So just those 2 episodes, of course, are Heroes in the Multiverse, and episode 8 is right around the corner. We're gonna find out whether or not our heroes make it back, so stay tuned for that. But other stuff going on with MacGuffin Media as I scroll through my notes here. Social media. So we're gonna be having an RPG campaign coming out in October. I mentioned it the last blog. It's a vlog. It's coming out probably in the next couple of weeks. So I'll probably talk about it in the next vlog that I come out with, as well as we're currently doing a youth making film workshop here in Fort McMurray, kind of passing on our knowledge of what we learned and what mistakes we made while filming Nerdvana the web series, as well as promoting Story Hive, because young filmmakers are exactly who they want to invest in for the future of storytelling in Canada. So if you're registered, we're really excited to see you. If you're not registered, we're hoping to do another workshop in the future. So please leave the comments if you want a workshop in the future and what you want to learn in it. Please let us know, because we really want to pass on what we know so that people don't make the same mistakes like filming in -40 like we did. As a reminder, new episodes every Monday on Story Hive on YouTube. As well as make sure you're leaving the comments, because I will highlight them as I did this episode. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you can get the updates when new episodes are online. And one last thing. Oh, right, I forgot. We were at Edmonton Expo this past weekend, and we shot a cosplay music video, which you can check out on our YouTube page. So there'll be a link somewhere in this video where you'll be able to check it out, and there is a volume 2 I am working on. So thank you so much to everyone in Edmonton that attended our big Edmonton premiere during Edmonton Expo. Couldn't think of a better place to premiere it. Super awesome thanks to all of the cosplayers that were in our cosplay music video. You guys are amazing. You guys make such amazing cosplay. And until next time, learn to be professional, but always keep that indie passion. I say Game of Thrones or War Kings. I'm gonna have to restart.